La Liga. Which Spanish La Liga, no? Can Barca compete?
Why not?
So many Nico Williams.
Obobo.
They have Danny Olmo in the team. But it's I don't know for the Barca fans. And also Barca portal and also. A lot of the registration. A lot of the in common free Barca and so much register players. Yes, Danny Olmo do anyone officially. I'm hearing say and then by midday it will go through. Until Olmo and the match against Valencia. But they are doing a lot of the registrations. Most of the Barca team is also starting lineup. Any players who move for academy. All of these boys will be registered for the academy. But only team now bought for the senior team, so because they're the same team. They can register these boys. Barca is can be around about 44 million. And Communico 1:1. They just have to write to La Liga. Says Canada Beton on my account team. Then they can officially move on and do the registration of more players. But I started with them also a big game against Team FN Valencia. Barca have a history of games. New managers on the first matches Spanish La Liga anymore, they tend to win from Tito Villanova and all of these managers in the last few years. You know, of course, Xavi in the first game against Espanyol, winning by 1-0. Ronald Koeman first game against Villarreal, winning by 4-0. Kike Setien, 1-0 against Mallorca, and Ernesto Valverde 2-0 against Real Betis. Luis Enrique 3-0 against Elche. Tata Martino 7-0 win the first game against Levante. Tito Villanova 5-1 against Real Sociedad. Frank Rijkaard LUC 1-0 to 1-0 against Team FN Athletic Club. Then Nipa in the first game lose in the last about let's say 8 Barcelona managers. The special one. Nipa down so in all of those Barcelona managers, Josep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola first game against Barcelona for Barcelona. Olusi 1-0 against Numancia. Today, the journey starts for Hansi Flick, the German maestro, Barcelona, looking to carve a path for himself. For me, I think that throughout the season, never started season. The biggest issue with Barcelona has always been on the midfield, and in the injuries are not a plaguey team. No? But Alejandro Bardo is back into the team now. Also, in pre-season, boys which is a Mark Casado were very important with everything about Saye with high intensity now. And Hansi Flick the teams, they were very good. They did very well. I want to match some boy. And I'm expecting that they'll come back into the team. Frankie de Jong ain't fully back. The conversation of Pedri and Gavi, they are still not there yet in terms of full fitness. Danny Olmo match maybe. They are going to play against a Valencia side. They're a little bit tricky when they play against Barcelona. There is a possible lineup. Saka yet to say Barcelona will shape up in any game against team my friend of Valencia. I know say for every Catalonian, every Barca person, they would hope say Barca beat team winning. But the possible lineup: Marc-André ter Stegen impose Pau Kubasi and Inigo Martinez 4 and 5 because Ronald Araujo Epia, Jules Koundé on the right hand side, Alejandro Balde on the left hand side, Christensen because of the injuries of Barca players in the below 50. Now what? Hansi Flick say Christians is watching the football development from time or Germany back to Chelsea Academy and then more the Chelsea team. He is very good on the ball in the Barca way. Otilibo as a deep line playmaker or a 6 in a single pivot, and that is where Hansi Flick airborne and net Christensen, Marc Casado, Ike Gundogan making the midfield 3 for Team FN in Barca. Then Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, then Robert Lewandowski. I think that we're a very, very decent team. Against Team FN in Valencia. Social Barcelona. Essentially, the same thing from Barca 4 blueprint if you academy from the La Masia. The only difference is that under Hansi Flick, up a little bit of physicality and directness on the ball, not too many touches. Only bypassing the first phase, the second phase, then them. Only money from the field for Christensen, you don't have to go through Casado any Gundogan. He will go direct into the path of Bantefen, Lamine Yamal, and Rafinha to isolate them 1v1. Then in the box, especially Robert Lewandowski, and Jumano so on Lewandowski aka. Or say last season a plan Hano Kaka. Is there a plan Ketibi, a baby Remu, and he wasn't feeling too well. What Robert Lewandowski can say at the Mestaya, and he wants to start up everything again. This season he feels fit, also feeling fresh like a young boy into basic goals now. So Ushe their Madrid area on the other side with Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo Gross, Jude Bellingham to an extent. Barca will need Lewandowski at his best. And you see a lot of Barca for a bizarre question say Robert Lewandowski, has he passed his best now? The best days of Robert Lewandowski in football, Samuel Echemana, or does he still have it in there? Lewandowski in the last conversation having if he said he has it in him, he can still come back and deliver.
But who had that question now? Answer Ben, I would be my uncle for.
You see, I think last season, anything to go about there, then Robert Lewandowski really wasn't it.
Kofi, the truth of the matter is Lewandowski no upon ball by an that's a fact.
He's past it.
That's a fact.
But Barca
Lewandowski no did
But Barca shooting center for Victor Roque because what's a turn.
So and on that show say I feel yes on Real Madrid competition. But league likely Real Madrid message.
But
because me part the Lewandowski upon ball now by an
I think say
is it Onyini?
Yes.
So what I say Onyini. And then a man sharpness in the coffin. The Lewandowski and him no Bayern. On only the answer the Fabon bra 18 or the fa pass in the bra outside the 18 box. He can shoot on him head. I mean Bibi and striker will be obi. But the Lewandowski or Barcelona no. One said because of a a man sharpness number for no. And now Lewandowski 5 chances are one niche creating.
But you see which Minchano and we know we are doing to an extent. Me, I won't write off Robert Lewandowski just yet.
Okay.
Because I think who's copy data now? The XGs are Barca for the creating Robert Lewandowski wasn't the best last season. And you can attribute it to the fact that Barca did not have a proper central creator. If you look at Spain and Germany, both Euros games here share now. The use of the 2 inside 10s and a keeping with the moment was supposed to do the creative job. Barca are in a similar fashion in terms of principle, but the absence of Pedri and Gavi at certain parts of the season for me affected Robert Lewandowski. And again, the process sounds hard. For me, the first thing is that Robert Lewandowski has to stay fit. If he stays fit, if Pedri is returning, Gavi is returning, with the job of Ike doing in between the lines, I'm expecting that Barca should be able to do their job against any team. Yes, in the bigger games, no, almost any Atletico, almost any Real Madrid. It may be said but against the regular teams in the Spanish La Liga, Barca should have enough to maybe navigate games. They are starting the Spanish La Liga. Me expect to Barca against Valencia and the Mestalla. Georgie Mamandashvili, the goalkeeper for team friend Valencia, no, Liverpool for any Komo. It is very likely so about joining Liverpool, but first Obeko on loan to AFC Bournemouth or English Premier League and son about call Liverpool. Now to the big club. Madrid. I think Ocean Madrid training now. The only bad news still the injury of our branch here, the friend Eduardo Camavinga, and Alaba still on returning to training. But apart from that, Syria won the last week that's so about Super Cup now, but everything seems to be good. Emma team a friend Real Madrid or a big game. The Spanish La Liga and also to open up the season. And it is a game that you're expecting Madrid to play very well. See, in the second half against Atlanta, Jude Bellingham had a very, very good role our front three next. Last season, Madrid were playing in a 4-1-2-1-2. A formation that expected that Jude Bellingham would do a lot of the job on and off the ball. And you have time for the 4-4-2 diamond. That is how Madrid were playing last season. This season, they seem to go straight into a 4-3-3 somewhat, where Abante Fede Jude Bellingham will play as a number 10 or a 4-2-3-1 because Oshe on the starting lineup now starting now. It was Orange Shumeni deep there based on him with Abante Fede Federico Valverde, then Abante Fede Jude Bellingham. Now, Madrid cannot afford to play in such a fashion because almost 2 midfielders in Shumeni and Valverde they can cover ground without the ball. Say more say in transition now. You expect a Abrante Feli Chimeni and a cover ground where we need money back and then he will pay for it. Same in Abrante Feli Federico Valverde. When they can use the weight of Abrante Feli Fela and Mendy and Dani Carvajal in there. So but Madrid as a son in Sano Kakra from a much more defensive approach now to exploit and use the talent of Mbappe, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo Goes to overload all of the wide areas no, and then create chances against Mallorca. Maybe I don't expect anything different than what we are expecting. I expect to say Madrid should be able to score, and they are going into it with another strong lineup. Our team, Oshe game Omo Bona, Omni RCD Mallorca team no any strong team, and Oshe Omo lineup now likely some of the very compact and allow Madrid to break them down with the rotations, any movement from Kylian Mbappe, any Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo Goes. Definitely, I'm expecting say Madrid should do enough to break team my friend Mallorca down and then get the first win on the dashboard of the Spanish La Liga and also reach this team a team that can conquer everywhere, especially with the return. For me, Madrid best centre back pair in attribute alone, Rudiger and Militao. In terms of temperament, Rudiger and Militao. Also, we know Heja Kakra. I would have loved an Alaba and then Rudiger. But then again, this is a very, very good set of a profile for two centre back pair with Thibaut Courtois also returning. Then the job of the boys here, I'm expecting some Madrid, Ebeye Jumano, in the team, your friend Spanish La Liga and also Atletico de Madrid, don't write them off. Don't write Atletico de Madrid off. And we at Chelsea here, our Machiwe, he looks as if they pick a signal say Conor Gallagher is flying back to Spain. And João Felix is coming very, 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 very close. Chelsea are finishing the deal for João Felix and then they wait. Send your Italian Serie A for no video come say the